Oh, so I don't hear what they're talking about.
Yeah. You know, it's not moving forward, it's staying
He
stuck.
just feels like he's invincible too, like because he is lucky.
I have no idea.
Luck runs out. Especially when you start to get older.
We started the recording.
Okay. That's nice.
Just letting you know.
Oh, that was good. You know what time it is?
What time is it, Derek?
It's time for the good, the bad, and the bloody. I'm Derek Brown,
I'm Cody Bowden.
and we watched The Witch.
For a second, I thought you were going to say, like, it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Oh, man.
I've been watching so much of that, man.
Have you?
You can totally binge watch that show.
Hell yeah. I did it once, and then I went to rehab for it.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I had a fever.
if you guys probably noticed, there's a conversation going on in the background.
Maybe.
Well, no,
That's if you're using really good headphones.
No, they can definitely hear it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they can hear that. That's going to distract me.
That's because we are in Hastings right now.
We could
The
say
Hard Rock Cafe.
we're signing up books. We're signing hard copies of our digital podcast. They download it on a CD, and we sign the CD. But then we sue them because we didn't give them the rights to download it.
The good, the bad, and the bloody. How the Midwest was won, a.k.a. we don't know what we're doing.
No.
The book.
I have a feeling, though, that the background conversation is going to make me talk faster.
Or louder.
Well, I hope. I want to overpower that.
Hell yeah.
Because it'd be easier for us to edit later.
You only want to overpower it because you're a white cis male.
Oh, man. We picked the worst times to do this, Derek.
No, it's the best time. If it were any later, it'd be the witching hour.
Oh, my God, Derek. Do you even know when the witching hour is?
3 o'clock.
Yeah, see, I knew, too.
I know these things.
Just to interrupt you.
I went to witch school.
That's great. Man, that's
I
fantastic.
had witch parents.
Yeah, so...
They sent me to a good paid school.
Oh, Jesus. I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. What? Why are you...
Jesus, and I said, yeah.
Oh.
You
Oh.
called?
You used this thing against him, huh?
Where the fuck are we, dude? I don't even know what we're talking about.
The coin. No, we watched The Witch.
Okay, so that's where we're gonna start. Dude, I'm so fucking scrambled, man. I can't focus on this conversation. There's another one in the background. It's so hard for me.
Well, that's...
You can say that's like multitasking. I'm not really trying to listen to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm good at multitasking.
Yeah.
Did you know some people say that's not a real thing?
What, multitasking?
Yeah.
Apparently it's like technically impossible. It's just like focusing on different tasks one at a time in like succession. Mm-hmm. So like focus on this and then skip that for a sec, focus on this and then go back to that very rapidly. You can't really do like multiple things at once very well. There's a test for it apparently.
Well, shit.
Did you know that? Yeah,
I didn't.
I can't remember what I was watching, but there was a guy who claimed to be like a super multitasker. There's apparently a test for it. Like it's like in a lab too, and there are like doctors behind it. And you sit in like a virtual car seat, and someone's on like a headset with you, and you have to answer like math questions while going through like virtual traffic.
Wow.
And like there's all this other stuff too because you're not actually driving. They can apply different things to you. So it's crazy. I don't know. I can't remember which show that was.
Well,
that just reminds me of Doug Benson, too. Where he's just like, when you get high, you can't multitask, but I totally can. 1, I was walking down the street, right? And 2, I was high. Bam, there we go. Multitasker.
oh, that's bad. Have you seen Super High Me?
Dude, I just watched that last night. I've seen it before, but like, I hadn't seen it in so long.
No, it was just really funny to me because Steven told me to watch it because I was saying, smoking weed for a long time fucks you over.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
It really does.
And he's like, whatever, watch Super High Me and you'll be proven wrong. And I said, okay. And then, like it showed, he did better brain functionally, but his lungs were just shit.
Dude, yeah. I mean, like, 'cause you're smoking, right? And also, like, if you've ever seen, like, you've seen the Benson interruption, right?
Yes.
Like, that show was really bad.
Yes, it was.
And you can tell he was, like, super high the entire time.
Well, yeah.
And that played a huge factor to it, because I don't feel
Doug
like...
Benson breathing? Is he awake? Then he's high.
I don't know. Like, he's supposed to, like, interrupt the comedians and have funny, like, quick witticisms, but he didn't do that because he just sat there high.
Yeah.
She was basically just like in the audience, just like, this is
Always like-
awesome. That was weird. Anthony Jeselnik was on that, wasn't he?
The one I saw had Dave Busain on it.
Dave Busain? Who's that?
He's the dude from the Sarah Silverman Project. He was
Oh wait,
He's
Brian
a-
Posehn?
yeah.
The really tall like metalhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Posehn is funny. He's a teacher in the show New Girl. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he plays like not the gym teacher, but like the history teacher or something.
No.
It's really fucking funny, actually.
Oh boy. So, I know exactly where to start with this movie.
Yes, we got really sidetracked.
Right at the beginning of the movie, I wasn't there. I was in a different theater.
Yeah, that was so funny. Yeah, you weren't even in the... It was so funny. I was texting Derek, and I was just like, Where are you, man? I'm in the theater. I'm sitting right in the middle, and I'm waiting for you. And Derek, you're just like, I just sat down.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you didn't. Because no one fucking walked in the theater. And then, like, literally 30 seconds into the movie, Derek comes around the corner, and then he just, like, fucking jogs up the stairs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. So you actually were sitting in the Deadpool
Yes, I
theater,
was.
weren't you? How many people were in that theater, by the way?
More than our theater.
Well, yeah, I figure. I mean, obviously.
That should have set me off right there.
Yeah.
Like, wow, a lot of people came to see The Witch.
Well, The Witch is being critically acclaimed right now, which we'll get to. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just like a week and a half into it, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess that makes sense. Deadpool, obviously, is still... There's still a lot of people I know that say,
He's
like, I
quite
need to see
popular.
it. Yeah.
Have you heard of Deadpool?
You know what they say about Deadpool? I don't know. It's just like airline pilots.
Oh, dang it.
You know what they say about pilots, Derek?
I don't.
That's from the first episode of our podcast.
I know.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Never.
Anyway, so
Yeah, that should have set me off. My second clue was I got nothing but comic book movie trailers. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, they're really popular right now.
but I got comic book trailers too. There was the
Whoa.
trailer for the Suicide Squad, and then also one for
That
Civil
new
War.
trailer with Bohemian Rhapsody in it is so good. Better than that first one.
Well, yeah, I'm still not gonna like it. I don't think. I don't know.
That's what you've been saying about everything.
Yeah, but I'm
Like
usually,
Star Wars, you were like, come on, it's going to be overrated. You went and saw it, liked it.
Yeah,
And then you said the same thing about Deadpool. You're like, ugh,
Yeah, no,
that's just
no.
the worst.
Deadpool, I was worried about it. I'm so glad they did it tastefully, man. They could have really... You know how they could have fucked that up, Derek?
They could
They
have.
could have really fucked that up.
It could have been fan service the movie.
Dude, that's what I was worried about. Because in the intro credits to Deadpool... Yes, we're talking about Deadpool right now.
Yeah, this is for Nathan Weist, because he wanted us to do a review on it.
Yeah, so consider this the mini review.
Yes.
In the intro credits, there's, they don't actually have credits. They, like, sub in, like, some asshole producer.
Directed by an overpaid tool,
Yeah, something like that.
which is my favorite one. And then there's credits like a hot chick.
Yeah. And then some lady in our theater was just cracking up so hard at those.
Really?
And I was like, oh no, she's gonna laugh at everything now. Because if she thinks that's fucking like high top comedy, then she's in for a fucking ride, right? But then all of the, not even clever jokes, all of like the dialogue and like just really written in jokes, once they started playing, she was not laughing at all. I was like, what the fuck? And the parts with Hugh Jackman where he's obviously poking fun at Wolverine, I felt like I was the only one laughing about that.
Yeah, she pulls
like, what
off
the
his
fuck?
mask at the end, and then it's Hugh Jackman
Yeah.
stapled to his face.
Which is like, oh, that's why he threw the magazine in the duffel bag.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get that either. I was like, what the fuck? Did you just want to look at him or
oh
something?
man, the
But-
movie was pretty damn good.
Also, that little like figurine he has of the Deadpool from X-Men Origins.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
I laughed at that too, but I don't feel like anyone else really got it either. They're just like, the fuck was that supposed to be?
Oh, this is great.
I don't know.
That soundtrack is killer. I want to buy that shit. Whatever.
I don't really care. I don't really care too much. Have you noticed that song by DMX is in like everything? The
No.
one where it's like X gonna give it to you.
Maybe 10 years ago.
No, dude, it's in like an episode of Rick and Morty for crying out loud.
Wow.
Remember when they get ripped, Summer and Rick, and they beat the shit out of like racists and like
And Lucifer. Don't
Yeah.
forget
Oh, yeah,
Lucifer.
yeah,
they
literally-
beat up Satan.
They do. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, don't really have notes about Deadpool. Just go watch it.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
good movie.
I mean, what does he want us to say about it? Just like our thoughts?
Yeah.
Well,
I
think it
told
was-
him earlier today. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I mean, like, what do you think you're gonna, I'm not going to have some kind of weird pivotal speech about Deadpool here.
But my favorite character is Colossus.
Really? From that
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
Besides Deadpool, right? You fucking heathen.
Come on now. Be real.
My favorite character is probably Wolverine. Hey, man.
Didn't even show up in it.
Hey, man. You know what? In the sequel, I hope to God there's like a cardboard cutout of Hugh Jackman somewhere.
I think he's just making out with it.
Yes. Because, you know, his contract with Sony isn't renewed.
No,
So-
it's Fox.
Well, sorry. Well, actually,
Sony
no.
is Spider-Man.
That's right. Sorry. It's 20th Century Fox owns Marvel and not Marvel, but the X-Men.
All the X-Men.
What else do they own? They own X-Men,
Just
Deadpool,
Fantastic Four.
and they have they have one more, don't they? They have
Nope.
the rights to
Fantastic Four and X-Men.
That's it.
Yep.
I thought there was like a really weird one.
No.
No,
Old Jonah Hex.
that is a Marvel comic. Yeah, that movie sucked.
Yeah, it did.
Dude, that movie is so gay, and I mean that in the most hetero way possible. I don't know what to say. That's too late. I already said it, and that's retarded. Anyway, moving.
Speaking of retarded.
Yeah.
No, actually. Exact opposite of retarded.
Yeah. What was I saying?
Deadpool.
Yeah, something about... Oh, yeah, no, how Hugh Jackman's not making movies with Fox anymore, because that's going to be the last Wolverine movie that comes out,
Yeah.
which is going to be interesting.
That's fine.
But that's why I don't think he can make a cameo, because they don't own the rights. He's not in the contract for that Wolverine.
It's either the cameo or the Wolverine movie. Your choice.
You think Deadpool will be in the Wolverine movie?
Hopefully.
That would be insane.
That'd be awesome.
That would fucking blow my mind. I don't know. Do you think that'd piss off serious fans of Wolverine?
No.
No, yeah. He'd be in the background, right?
Yeah.
Doing something stupid.
Just, he'd be like the good version of what they try to do in Origins.
Yeah. Dude, that's so weird to watch now. Like, go back and watch the scenes with Deadpool as before the Deadpool movie. Because, like, it is still Ryan Reynolds, but he's, like, he has the katanas before he's mutated into Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, the mutated
I don't
version.
like to talk about that.
Yeah. It's so weird.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
So bad.
But, yeah, so that's just some general things I wanted to point out about Deadpool. Since you were about to watch the fucking movie again.
Yeah.
No one stopped you?
Nope.
No one like said like, hey, that guy didn't pay for that movie.
No.
What side of the theater was it on, the left or the right?
It was the one right down the hall.
All the way on the left?
No, on the right.
You went
So
down
it was the next door after our theater.
Oh.
So I just missed a door.
Holy shit, that's awesome. Okay, so like they don't catch us when that happens, but like when my friend tries to get into fucking... I can't remember what movie we were watching. I think it was like This Is the End. But he wasn't old enough at the time, so he bought tickets for After Earth.
Oh.
And...
The only time anybody would pay to see that movie.
Yeah, and it's so funny. He got caught, so he had to he got stuck watching After Earth. So we're all just like, oh my god, this is so fucking funny. That movie is awesome. And he's just like, dude, that movie I watched sucked ass. And we're just like, I'm sorry, I guess. And he's like, no man, you don't get it. That was a terrible movie. And we're just like, why did you stick around? He's like, you fucking drove me.
No, the only way somebody catches you doing that is if you're either buying a ticket for a movie and then going and seeing another movie that nobody wants to watch, so you're the only one in there and they're like, we didn't sell any tickets for that movie.
That would be weird, right?
Or you're the only person that bought a ticket to go see the first movie, so then they walk in and like, hey, nobody's in here.
Yeah.
Didn't that one guy buy a ticket earlier?
Oh, that's probably either that's what happened or...
So either the movie you're skipping is garbage, or the movie you're going to see is garbage.
Well, I think-
either way, feel bad for yourself.
Either way, they were going to be tipped off because we had tried to buy a ticket for him, but then they asked for ID, and it's like, oh, like come on, really? Are you fucking kidding me? I never get ID'd for movies anymore, obviously, but I mean,
This is my ID.
should they be IDing me? I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know.
Nah.
They don't ID Jess either,
Well, shit.
but Jess looks like she's 16.
Fires.
You're
I've
so
never been ID'd for
you're
a movie.
so young,
I've literally
Hey,
never been
youthful
ID'd
of
for a
life.
movie.
youthful phase.
I do.
You get
If I
ID'd?
go to the movies without makeup and try and buy a rated R ticket, sometimes they're like, can I see your ID? I'm just like, here's my ID.
They're just like,
I've
shit.
been getting served wine at Olive Garden since 14.
That's awesome.
Damn, son.
It's a Wednesday. Shouldn't you be in school? Up yours.
Up yours, old man. Enjoy your Chardonnay
That's so great.
that I sharded in.
Oh man! But let's talk about this movie finally. I think it's time we talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
this movie.
So, I entered the theater.
Yes.
I sat down and the movie had started.
Yes.
There was lonely old Cody
all by myself, right in the middle of the theater.
without nobody.
Yeah, you only missed, like, honestly, probably less than a minute of the movie.
Well, good.
Which is, yeah, that is really good.
Well, because Deadpool screening was 10 minutes earlier than this movie.
Oh.
So I guess I sat through all the trailers and then just barely made it over.
That's really funny. I'm so surprised you didn't, like,
Miss a shit ton.
did you not, like, think once maybe you had the wrong theater? Or did you think I had the wrong theater?
I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on. Because, like, there were a ton of people behind me, so I thought maybe I just couldn't make you out of all the people behind me.
That's so funny.
So I just kept looking back, like, going,
I was like, so I just wanted
know?
you to see my text. It was just like I'm right in the middle.
yeah.
Because there were people behind me that were kind of right in the middle. So when you said that you're there, I was just like eyeballing the whole time.
Yeah.
Which
I was doing it to this one dude, and he kept looking at me like,
he's like, "What do you want, bro? This is my popcorn."
you gonna square up?
Yeah,
And I
square
was
up,
like,
nigga.
shit.
Stack that shit. Oh
I had to
man,
fight a guy to get out of the theater.
so great. Oh yeah, but anyway, it finally showed up, and the movie starts like there's a movie I can't place it, but there's been movies that start like this before. It's basically like a court session, and they're halfway through like a debacle that sets up where they're going to go.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
There you go. That's it. Thank you.
But it's not where they're going, it's what's already happened.
Yeah, it's a flashback instead of a fast forward.
You bet.
So, you bet. Gene keys. So, yeah, so they were talking about... I really couldn't make it out because I didn't know that they were going to be speaking in, like, Protestant, like, English accents. So I was just kind of, like, lazily listening to it. And then I realized I had no idea what the fuck
Everybody's
they were
talking mush mouth.
Yeah, it was like...
Protestant English accents. Do you know how stupid you sound right now?
Yes.
Protestant.
I don't fucking know. You know what I mean.
It's Old English with an E at the end.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's funny.
Why?
Because it doesn't make any sense.
I don't give a flying fuck. There were like a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses and like 16.
Oh my god.
They were though.
Like molten pancakes.
They're trying to sell the books that they hand wrote themselves. Like, please buy this book. My hand didn't cramp for nothing. I
I
looked
didn't
that
say
up one
anything
time.
stupid. I literally said nothing was wrong about what I said.
No, you got this. You're good.
And it was like outside like the Catholic Church range, so they had like it was very strange accents, man. It was not like a central like.
Yeah, I think it splits like Christianity, like Protestant, Catholic, and then all the other mush mouth. I'm just stuck on that now because like that made some of this movie really hard to understand.
Yeah,
but it was fine because I did not care
but that's what I'm saying. Okay,
for
so,
every word they said. You know.
So before I was laughed at for being correct, I have no fucking idea. What was that all about?
So you say they got kicked out of England?
Yeah,
or their town,
their
wherever
like
it was?
township. From what I could follow, they were having a debacle about whether the leaders of this town were really Christian or not. And I don't know if the guy was getting kicked out for something he did too extreme or not.
You're not as pious as me. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, my guess is that he was too liberal with something because they do throw around like lying a bit in this movie.
Yes.
So
false pretenses.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. We'd have to watch like the first like honestly 30 seconds.
Damn it.
And actually really listen because a lot of the dialogue was very hard to follow sometimes. Like just in mid sentence, I would hear what they started with, then I get lost, and then they would say something back, and I'd go, "Oh, that's what he said."
Yeah.
But hey, damned if it didn't keep me engaged.
Yeah.
Right? I was just trying so damn hard. Anyway,
so they go out to where?
they just go out.
Into the woods.
Yeah, they literally go about, according to how far the town is, a day and a half away from town on horse.
Ah.
But the horse wasn't really going fast. It had a bunch of shit, you know. It was covered in like they had their wagon with them. You saw that part, of course.
Yeah.
And
On an extremely long take, which I like in this movie.
yeah,
They just take the really long takes without cutting. And if you're used to just watching any other modern horror, you're just like, when's it gonna cut? When's it gonna cut?
and
When's it gonna cut?
That makes you really uneasy too. And I was kind of hoping they would throw in like maybe a different like really quick scene of them still traveling, because just having them like actually moving away from the town like only once it kind of made me feel like they stopped right there.
Yeah.
They were like,
we'll get out of the town and then go to the city limits.
they're like,
All right.
They're like 30 feet away from the fucking city wall. And it's just like, this is a great spot, guys. And the guys in the fucking town are like, hey, you didn't go anywhere, asshole.
Throw a rock, you could still hit town.
Yeah.
Ow, my eye.
We're starving in the wilderness. I'll go to the store. It's right down the fucking... It's right past that rock over there, Dad. We're going to be fine.
It's like when SpongeBob and Patrick camp outside of their houses.
Yeah. But, I mean, how far...
Don't worry, I'll go get a can opener.
How far do you think they could have gone in about a day with the vehicle they had?
Day and a half, a vehicle.
Well, I mean...
It's a horse and buggy.
It's a vehicle.
They're the Beverly
It's a vehicle for the
Hillbillies.
plot.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck you, Derek.
No, fuck you.
Hey. Yeah, I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be busy being right.
God damn it, Cody. Why you gotta do this?
I don't know.
Freaking
Derek.
a day and a
Sit
half.
over here and quietly judge the whole time.
I don't know.
Why?
Because
Why are you laughing at the things I'm saying?
Because you're
It
funny.
makes me self-conscious.
No, don't be self-conscious.
It
You're
wasn't very.
just the comic relief.
Lego my ego. So,
But
a day and a half, I don't know. Miles. Let's say miles.
miles,
X miles.
dude, it's got to be at least like
100 miles.
okay. Well,
1,000 miles.
let's-
Because you know I'd walk a
fuck you,
1,000.
Derek.
There, now you
Well,
can
let's
say fuck you.
let's say you can walk 2 miles in about an hour, right?
A mile is like 20 minutes for the average man.
They're probably like 30 miles out.
Maybe. Yeah, let's say
You say
that.
that? That sounds.
That's
about
pretty
right.
far for back then.
Oh yeah, back then, dude. Now this is a
Twin
weird.
Falls is 30 miles away from Burley.
Yeah,
And that's still pretty damn far.
yeah, feels like it. There's nothing in between. besides, like,
Exactly.
maybe like a Shell station
And a bunch of disheveled homes.
and homeless.
Yes.
Oh well. But yeah, so they find the promised land and they're all fucking praying and they're like,
Right outside these creepy ass woods, and they're like, yep, this is the perfect place to raise our kids.
it's so. That's such a weird scene because it's just like we found the spot and then like literally the next scene, this place fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But
Shit escalates.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive though because like the man had built like the fucking house and barn, like he had shit together and it was just that family.
Yeah.
But that's how it was back then, man. Like a settlement. Like you ever wonder how they build those big ass towns? Like when everyone's working together, man.
Yeah, there were no immigrants to shovel this out.
No,
to.
yeah, we didn't.
You had to build your log cabin you were born in with your own bare hands.
We didn't invent the Irish or the Chinese yet,
Yes.
so we had to use real people. That was a joke. I feel like I have to say that. Jesse's giving me the stink eye. Oh my god, no! I'm pretty
You
sure
must
the
be Irish.
I'm pretty sure the main character's.
I am actually. So
Damn it.
She's a little Scottish too.
Sweet.
Well, I mean, it's mostly Irish now because they started off in Scotland, but they were horse thieves, so they got kicked out. And
Oh, so it's
sold
like-
horses in Ireland instead.
So it's like the Australian and English? Because Australians are just the descendants of English convicts who got banned to that country.
Oh yeah, that's true. Banned of that continent, more like it. Jesus. Fuck.
Either way.
Those lucky
Tomato,
bastards.
potato.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, they're on a godforsaken like plot of land, but it's fucking nice, man. They did a really good job. And basically, this whole movie is just like them.
That dad is just pure true grit.
Yeah, he's fucking the deepest voice. You know, I actually don't think that was a good decision. It was really distracting.
What, his deep voice?
Yeah.
I thought it carried
Really?
the movie. Like, if he had been any higher pitched in voice, like if it had been a squeaky voiced man,
Yeah.
that would have ruined this
You
movie.
wanted a real man to be in charge of the frontier, huh?
Yeah.
The fucking wilderness.
His
That's
voice
kinda true.
matched his stature.
Yeah. Well,
Real rugged dude.
dude, like, I always wonder why.
Could probably kill us with his voice alone.
Yeah. Wait, what were we saying earlier? That he didn't need to bring a gun. He needed just like a megaphone.
Yeah.
Just
Too
like
bad
fucking-
they don't exist.
Just shout animals to death.
Yeah. Fazruda!
You ever look at like the 1600s, just like period pieces from that time, and just like say, man, that looks really depressing.
Yeah.
It must have been depressing. Like
They
looking
didn't
at,
have TV yet.
well, I mean, you know, like looking at their life and how they were dressed and how they acted. Man, that's just like a sad.
Well, because they
existence.
always they felt like they had to humble themselves all the time.
Yeah. And I feel like there was
Because you can
like-
only earn love if you treat yourself like shit.
Apparently. And they didn't really care about love from each other. It was all about God's love, which I kind of I don't know. That kind of stuck out to me near the end.
That's one of those things
The mother and father.
that's changed for the good, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, commercialism. Also, like, I think about it, and it's like, the whole time I was watching this movie, I was like, what would they do if they were in a town, like, where they don't have to, like, do everything and to survive, you know? They could probably just get a normal job and everyone else can do stuff for them.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy compared to what, like, we do now. Where it's just like, I stand behind a counter and then I get all these awesome things that they can't even fucking dream of.
Yeah.
And it's like, hell yeah, man.
That man builds a log cabin and he gets shit.
I want to do that, man. What the fuck is stopping us from doing that shit?
I don't know, man. You could go out to Shawnee, South Dakota, I think. That has no population.
Why?
Because, fuck
Are
you.
there, like, cannibals out there?
No, they...
Oh, do you want to join? What are you buying? Well, what are you selling?
Oh, boy.
Anyway.
Yeah, that dude's voice seemed like he was the king of misfit toys smoking granddad.
It had a deep-ass voice. Like fucking Optimus Prime, like, with throat cancer.
Yes. Growing up in a satanic church.
Yeah. Or
While
the,
fucking a swimming pool.
oh my god. Oh, that's great.
I think everybody was perfectly cast in this movie.
Yeah, it was great.
Like,
You-
damn near to a T.
That's true. And, like, the characters who you thought were, like, annoying at some parts were supposed to be.
Yes.
Like, dude, those, like, twins? I fucking hate those twins, man. Like, kick them.
You're supposed to.
I know, but it's like, god damn, dude. Like, I fucking...
If you thought they were adorable, they did their job wrong. And
Yeah.
they're gonna get the belt.
That's true. Dude, how about that one scene where, well, hell, I won't get ahead of myself here. I'll save that for the best of worst of.
Oh.
But, yeah, so they're basically surviving this plot of land. And I mean, you know, it cuts forward to when they have a place established already. They're tending to, like, a crop farm, like a cornfield also, like a little small one they have. And I think the dad's talking about, like, not having enough for the winter or some shit. I don't know.
The corn's all bad.
Yeah, which is weird.
Talking to his kid, Caleb.
Caleb, yeah, it's a
Instead
Caleb.
of-
It's a Caleb. I don't know.
It's like Coral
Coral.
from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, but at one point, this is where shit starts, and like, she's playing peekaboo with one of her younger
She,
brothers.
don't you mean Thomason?
Thomason.
Which is the weirdest name for a woman I've ever
That is
heard
a
of.
weird name. I had to look it up. I was like, is that really like a thing? Apparently, it was huge. Because it was like, well, we're going to name the boy Thomas. What about the girl? I was like, Thomason. I don't fucking know.
Sure.
Sure, man. Want to do it the other way around?
No.
So yeah, she's playing peekaboo with the baby, like, you know.
Baby Samuel.
And then all of a sudden she opens up her eyes and the baby's just completely gone.
Yeah.
And she like, looks around and there's like nothing for like half an acre in all directions. And she's like, where the fuck did the baby go?
Yeah. How did that happen? I
So
don't know.
They blame it on like wolves, and apparently later like they had found wolf tracks, but I
Yeah.
think it was the dad just trying not to get the kids scared.
Yes.
They don't really go into that.
But of
though.
course, we see what really happened.
Yeah, like right
Oh
after that,
man,
baby
that was
gets
like
cut.
no nonsense shit.
That was weird as shit, man. Like, if I thought that we were not going to see anything about the witch for like a while. As soon as the baby gets kidnapped, it shows you what the fucking witch does with it,
Grinds its bones.
with the baby. I don't really know. All I know is she cut off the baby's dick and did something with blood. You didn't catch that? You watched the movie, damn it.
I did. I didn't get that out of
She
it.
had the knife down there,
I
and she
just-
was like,
I heard his dick and was like, what?
I just know that she was churning something like she was churning butter, and
she
I
was
saw
hitting
blood,
she was hitting a stick on a tree.
like in the thing for like churning butter, and like, but it was the baby because there was like blood all over the place, and I was just like, good lord, this is like that video I saw.
How do you think they make
online
baby lotion?
where the dude's like beating the dogs?
Oh my god!
Did you see that?
No.
Oh,
That sounds
well,
awful. I don't
don't.
want to watch that.
You bet. It's really
You bet.
disturbing.
Yeah, I don't like animal abuse videos, man. That's scary.
Right,
shit.
I saw one
I'll
of
watch
them
people
and-
kill each other. I don't give a fuck. like
Oh, it was
ISIS
bad.
members, like fucking getting shot by our troops is just the goddamn hilarious.
Yeah, I got like Vietnam War flashbacks to it.
Oh.
No, it's just like, good lord, this is
Do
disturbing.
you think the witch was making baby powder?
Oi. Oi, hey.
Oh man. Well, she's running around in the woods naked, Derek. I'm sure she has something that's itchy. I fucking tell you right now, Derek. I'm gonna tell you right fucking now.
That was good, I'll tell
I
you
had it up
what.
to here with this shit. And she's probably had it up to here with her shit.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Hooah.
Hooah. Yeah, but so at first they're just praying like a mother. That was kind of weird how slow that beginning was. Because you're not really sure what's going on until you realize, like, an hour later that, like, the kid was sneaking around because he didn't want to, like, let his mom know that he's going outside where it's quote-unquote dangerous.
Yeah.
But you don't catch that. So it's a really weird way that this reveals what's going on to you. Mm-hmm. You know, it just lets you watch. And, like, it doesn't let you into the character's head at all. So...
Well, of course not. It'd be filled with Jesus loves little children.
Basically. So, I mean, like that first scene's a great example. Like, what looks like like an 8-year-old putting on boots and walking around a curtain while someone's crying behind it is really just him trying to sneak out of the house and not let his mom know because his mom's freaking out.
Yeah.
But really, it looks a lot
Going with
weirder.
his dad to set up traps because gonna fuck that shit up. Whatever's taking kids.
Which, by the way, did you catch what he sold the silver cup for? Was it the trap? Did he buy the trap with it?
Shit, I was gonna ask you.
I think he bought like the corn, also, like all the cornmeal and all the corn seeds.
Maybe.
I don't know. I can't really remember. I don't rightly recall, Derek.
Well, neither do I.
I was hoping you would know. But yeah, and that's the biggest question in this fucking movie is why are they like banished or exiled? Are they even?
Oh no, I'll have to rent this on DVD.
Boy, or watch it again.
I won't be that beat up if I have to watch it again.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
just like watch the first 2 minutes and leave. All right, it was a good movie. Bye.
Did they have that black Phillip the whole time?
No,
It just showed up.
I'm pretty sure. Like the
boy.
first time that you see it, it's the twins are playing with it and they're like whipping it with a stick.
It's a goat, by the way.
Yeah.
Black Phillip's a goat.
Yeah, they
for
don't.
the love of God.
Did they leave the town with it? Because if so, then they're walking around with the devil, right? I think they find the goat later.
Of course you are.
Which
Always
is
walking with the devil.
running with the devil. Oh man, there's so many things in this movie that just fucking crazy stuff, man.
That's a great character all on its own. Also, the rabbit.
Yeah, what was it? I mean, I kind of don't know what
Evil
it was.
comes in many forms.
Was that the witch?
That was one of the taglines.
Really?
Yeah, so it could have been the rabbit, could have been the goat, could have just been this saggy old woman.
Well, I thought that the rabbit
Could have been anything.
I thought the rabbit was like a polymorph version of the old lady witch.
Maybe.
I think that's what it was. That's what I thought it was. And like whenever they tell a rabbit, that's actually the witch in disguise.
I thought of It's Always Sunny
Yeah.
when they're in the woods and Frank is like, this rabbit has my soul.
You know what though, man? This movie does not fuck with you other than like how it fucks with you. Because the movie's title is The Witch. There's a fucking witch out there.
Obviously.
That's all there is.
And it doesn't play coy with it like, oh, maybe it's her the whole time, or
Yeah.
maybe it is a witch. No, it is a witch.
It's just some fucking old broad out in a stone house.
Out in the fucking woods.
Rubbing baby penises all over.
And the
her
real
body.
horror is when your family doesn't believe you. It's like The Thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I liked about this movie, is that it got all paranoid just like that.
I was trying to think if this movie had any messages, but I'm just like, no, not really, because we're kind of done with the witch hunts.
Yeah. Thank God.
Why do we teach that subject in schools other than like fascination with it?
I would have been fucked, because they thought left-handed people were the devil.
Well, they are, Derek.
God
You
damn
better
it.
correct your ways.
No.
Beat the devil out of you.
No. Get away.
Oh man,
Have sympathy for the devil, for guys.
that's like The Simpsons, where like Ned Flanders is left-handed, so he says like he has like a sign in an episode that says God loves lefties.
Oh, okay.
So great. I don't know why I was.
They said the
that.
devil would be attractive.
Yeah. Haidly, highly, hiddly, neighborini. Would you like to smoke a bluntarino?
A splifferino?
Is that what he says?
Something like that.
So funny. That's the episode where he goes to Canada. But anyway,
A weird thing in this movie is Caleb
Kyle.
keeps checking out his sister's chest.
Yeah, that was so funny. Like, obviously, she's a growing woman. He's a growing boy.
Oh my god, so
And
He's
he
just
has
the
needs and
worst.
has needs. But that's a great way to like have the boy get enticed by the witch because he finds her in the woods.
Because she has the biggest bosom of them all.
Yes. Well, probably that he's ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like
You bet.
you bet. Like he ends up getting like sidetracked or lost or I don't know. Why do the animals always die? Like every animal in this movie has been like gutted. Like
The rabbit, even?
yeah, well, there was one rabbit that got caught in a trap.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe. No, it wasn't the same one. You see it later.
Yeah.
The horse too. Yeah, that was a great scene where he meets the witch.
Yeah, I thought they were all going to be like that. I thought it was going to be like one character at a time would go out into the woods, and then it would be a different thing that they're presented with every time.
That would have been like, well, not exactly, but it would have been like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because like 3 people die in that movie just by one at a time going into the house, and then Leatherface just is like, beats him over the head, and then takes him away, and they're like, where'd he go? I don't know, let's go in this spooky house. We've been handed our first mystery.
Alright, gang, let's split up.
Yeah, that's why I'm not on board with the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre as everybody else, is because 3 people died the exact same way, pretty much.
That's true.
And that's just shit to me.
Daphne? Anyway.
Yeah, it was so
It's
bad.
on my mind. Yeah, I like how they didn't do that, though. That would have been really dumb. They could have easily set that up for it.
One thing that really lent itself to this movie, like, very handily, is the music. Whoever made the music on this should get an award.
It was weird. You know, there weren't any jump scares in this movie.
Heck
Not
no.
a single one.
Except for one, kind of, but it didn't do
When
the
the
jump
witch
scare
turns
noise.
around.
No.
like, laughs?
That's not the one I was thinking of.
Which one?
It's when the dad gets T-boned by Black Phillip.
Oh, yeah. Skewered, basically.
Yeah.
Like, initially, or when he gets hit the second time?
The
Second
first
time, he's seeing it coming.
Yeah. First time was when I was like, oh, shit.
It does come out of nowhere. You don't even hear the goat. Like, literally, he might as well just be standing right next to him. Just bam!
Yeah. Must have just walked up on him all innocent, like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, just like, I'm just a
Fuck
fucking...
you, buddy.
I'm just a fucking goat. How did he get his horn in his body, though? It's all, like, super Kirby.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Movie magic.
But, dude, let me tell you...
Actually, no, witchcraft.
Oh. Fuck you, Derek. That was a cool-looking goat, though, man.
Hell yeah.
Can I own a goat like that?
Maybe.
Dude, I want one.
You also want, like, 13 manta rays.
Yeah, it's true. They're Californian bat rays, Derek.
Okay.
I hope you know there's a distinct difference.
God damn it. You go to the aquarium once, and all of a sudden you're an expert on this shit.
Yeah, man. It's true. See, the difference is one is a saltwater animal, and the other one is way too fucking big for me to own. So, that's the difference, Derek. There's a difference. That's why we have SeaWorld, Derek.
My fucking dad.
Oh, your fucking bad is right.
My bad.
Bad.
I couldn't help it.
Oh, did you think there was going to be this much goat play? I didn't. I didn't fucking know.
Nope. But I'm glad for it, because it's something different.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just really fucking weird.
It was small, yellow, and different.
No. I'm just trying to think of, like...
That whole paranoia play, like I said, was really good.
Yeah.
Where of course Thomason like jokes with her sister about I'm the witch.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden
too.
it turns into something fucking serious. I
And
was like, oh shit.
That's what's interesting, because you said that it doesn't throw you off with anything, and even that doesn't throw you off.
Yeah, 'cause it's not like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She said it. It doomed her.
And it's around the time that shit was really a problem.
Doomed.
So, I don't know. And you don't really think the twins are, responsible for anything.
No, they're just annoying.
Yeah. And you do think that, you do have like a feeling in the back of your head that they're associated with what's going on, but they're not the cause of it. Which you find out later that, they have been hanging out with that black goat way too much. Mm-hmm. And there's a reason for that. But it's not just like, oh my god, they're the killers, and they put on fucking sacks over their heads and just murder everyone with knives. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah, that would be dumb.
Yes.
Everything escalates like hell
dude,
after
yeah.
Caleb comes back.
Yeah.
And he fucking dies.
Like, how he dies is just the craziest thing. I don't know if, was he, like, possessed? Or was that just him, like, doing his prayer? And, like, embracing Jesus?
No, that was him, I think, just straight up dying. He was doing, like, a perversion of the prayer.
Yeah.
And then just straight up diddly died.
But, like, speaking of escalation, man, once you realize what's happening, like, exactly what's happening, that shit just goes from 0 to 50, man. In no time.
Why don't you just make 10 louder?
But this one goes to 11, Derek.
It's real good.
It was crazy.
Yeah, when
the
dad locks them in the shed.
Yeah.
With the fucking goat.
Like just gonna say right now, like,
that was the only dumb moment I thought.
Yeah.
Was like, the goat's been telling him what to do. Oh, really? I'm gonna put you in there.
I mean, like,
teach you.
Little spoiler, like, it goes from at the very end to her sitting in a barn alone with a goat to running around naked in the middle of the night, literally flying.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, she's fucking flying like Peter fucking Pan.
I wanna fly away.
I want a Milky Way.
That's right.
That was batshit bananas, but like, how else would you end that movie, right?
Exactly.
I thought it kind of left me with the feeling that it wasn't finished. I just wanted her to go back to town.
That witch came into the shed like Santa Claus, because it was all up on the rooftop. Click, click.
Down to the chimney to snip your dick. Dude, I don't know what the day was.
Oh,
hey, you heard it.
That was great.
It was great. You know what, Derek? How about we just talk about favorite scenes? Bless your soul. Let's talk about favorite scenes and least favorite scenes. How about we go with yours first? Do you know what yours are? I'm pretty sure I have mine if you want me to go first.
Yeah, you'd go with yours. I need to think on my least favorite scene.
Okay, so my least favorite scene is when Thomason is defending herself against her mother when they're wrestling. So they're like the only ones left. And they're fighting on the ground, they're like brawling, and Thomason has a knife, and she slices her mother's face a little bit, just like cuts her, and her mom just starts trying to kill her now, because now she's like, oh man, she is a witch, she's trying to kill me. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? You're like literally choking her out before. So instead of like flipping the knife over and hitting her with like the blunt side or something, she just straight up stabs her a billion times.
Straight up kills
like
her
a
mom.
billio times, bro. And it's like you didn't have to kill your mom. You could have at least tried non-lethal first.
You could have just maimed her, God.
Or like held the knife up against her throat and just like pushed her away.
Yeah.
But is she really gonna be thinking about fighting tactics? She's like a woman from like 1600. Yeah. They probably weren't even allowed outside. I mean, I don't know. The only reason they are in this movie is because they're exiled.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? So
renegade rules.
Yeah. My favorite scene though, where Caleb fucking gets,
gotta find Caleb.
Yeah, he gets bewitched and then found, and the scene where he's dying.
That was your least favorite?
That was my favorite.
Oh, that was your favorite.
Yeah, my least favorite is where she could have prevented her mother's death. Dude, that kid, holy shit, how old is that kid, man?
I don't know, probably like 8.
Give him a fucking, like, Oscar or something. That was insane.
I'll look him up.
That was so crazy, Derek. Like, how... Hey, turn the volume off.
Sorry.
But how long that scene was, too? Yeah. Like, how many takes do you think they might have done on that?
I have no idea.
And then he even played dead really well, too.
It was really, like, go for broke kind of acting on this whole
thing. All the lines they had to memorize... Like, especially since it's, like, old English. Dude, they must have been, like, up for
Yeah, especially
days.
when those kids are, like, in the age where they're trying to learn swag language.
Yeah, they're just trying to learn normal English. Or, hell, just trying to figure out their next emoji keyboard to download. I don't fucking know, dude. But then they're saying words like, prithee, and...
Dost thou
come hither?
Art thou a fuckboy?
We are born fuckboys, father. Yes, and I protest thy love to the Lord, so thee may work against thyself for being a fuckboy. Yes, me lord.
Oh, that was good.
Born a fuckboy, get baptized, still a fuckboy. Oh man, I love how they assumed that the baby went to hell because it wasn't baptized, but then you find out later it probably did go to hell. Oh. How fucked is that, dude? That's kind of cool. How like all their crazy sounding like religious talks were actually a truth in this movie when they were shown the opposite sides. Like the devil walking around and all that shit. Are you looking up how old that kid actor was? I'm trying to. Kid actor sounds like a name of a musician, doesn't it?
You bet.
Kid actor. Kid Rock.
I can't find it. He doesn't have a page or anything.
Of course he doesn't. He's fucking 8. But he probably doesn't even have a Facebook page yet, Derek.
He was in a movie 6 years ago.
What? As what? Like a sperm?
Super sperm.
Come on, Derek. Oh, what was he, Derek? What was he?
Some kid, I'm sure.
No shit, Derek. No shit. All right, Derek. Have you thought of your least favorite and favorite scenes?
Well,
you son of a bitch.
I think that would have to be my least favorite scene as well. Is the It's the mom and daughter fighting on the floor.
And it was a great scene.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
given that that's my least favorite scene,
it
this
could
is
have
a
been
really good movie.
Yeah, it could have been easily preventable. That's the only reason I don't like it, is because I know that she didn't have to die.
Yeah.
Like, all she had to say was just like, shut up, I'm not a witch. Instead, she's just like, I love you, and it's like, oh my god.
Back off.
It's like, that's not gonna help.
Get a Tic Tac.
Get a job. I'm just surprised that, like, whenever any of the bewitching was happening, she wasn't just like, she didn't have like hands over her mouth just like, oh my god. She was just like sitting there staring, like, way to make yourself look really guilty there.
Yeah.
Just watching your brother die and not doing anything. And everyone's like, why weren't you praying? And she's like, I don't fucking know, bitch. And she gets on a Harley and like Was
Actually,
that your
no,
least?
I take it back.
Was that your
It's
least
part of the scene where Caleb dies.
Yeah.
It's the twins freaking out that I was just like, no.
But but you're supposed to hate that shit.
No, because it made me think of The Crucible, and I despised that movie.
Well, I mean,
It just seemed kind of overdone.
okay, yeah.
Just that part of it. I liked the dying scene,
Well,
but
I
I
mean,
didn't like their thing.
all the candles they used in this movie made me think of 50 Shades of Grey, but that didn't mean that I gave it a bad rating.
Whatever. Still, that's my least favorite thing in the whole thing.
Okay, fair enough.
My favorite scene is when Thomason is talking to Black Phillip in the barn.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that was
crazy. Basically, she meets the devil.
yeah. The whole scene is focused right on Thomason, and she's like, "Do you understand thine English tongue?"
And then the
All
goat's
this
just like,
stuff. And then, yeah, she turns around to leave, and then all of a sudden you hear this really haunting voice, just like, what wouldst thou ask?
and it's like, what up,
Yeah.
dude?
Like,
Dude, and like,
remember when I said in The Boy that when they broke the doll? Spoiler, in case you didn't listen to that.
you're
But,
just like, what the fuck's
Yeah,
gonna
like-
happen now?
like, I just
Was that the
tensed
moment?
up.
Dude, you know,
Right as soon as I heard his voice, I tensed up so hard.
actually, like, when I heard his voice,
I
I
almost
was,
got a cramp in my leg.
I don't know. When I heard it, I was like, eh. But the thought of, like, if that goat
What
can actually...
she's seen,
Yeah.
that freaked me out. Like, the
Well-
stuff that I couldn't see
No.
is what was great.
No. Well, maybe for you, but what I'm saying is the scariest part of that for me was just thinking, oh god, what if the goat does talk? Not when he
Yeah.
actually talked, but like, holy shit. Like, because she's seen relatively, like, nothing, like, magical. I mean, like, weird shit, like, people died, but nothing really, like, fucking fireballs out of the sky kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden this goat's talking. Dude, I'd shit myself.
Yeah.
I would all over the place.
And there's... Yeah, at a certain point you see, like, this man start walking around, so then you're like, shit.
Yeah, it's like the
that's
goat
the
turned
devil.
into... Yeah, and he's wearing, like, spurs and cowboy boots, and it's fucking awesome.
So that's the thing I wondered. I was like, was he a goat until, like, she turned around, and then she turned back, and it's a dude?
Yeah, that's totally what happened.
I was afraid they were going to cut over to the goat talking. And then
That
you
would have
just
been
see its
so
mouth.
dumb, dude.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah,
and
you're
since
right.
it didn't do it, I was like, sweet. And then all you see is, like, the outline of his head, and then his hand wrapped around her shoulder. I was just like, oh, God.
That's some crazy shit.
Cramp!
That shit was crazy when that happened. Man.
Krampus!
And that's where, like I said, it escalates from, like, talking to a barn and literally flying in space.
Yeah. Strips down, goes to the woods, a lot of other old naked women.
And, well, she's the youngest one there.
It's like one of those...
Yeah, just like a fucking,
She
Friday
was the
night.
youngest one by like 30 years, because that actress is 19 or 20.
Yeah.
It
looked
it's like one of those old 70s movies that I watched, like the, what did I send to you?
It just looked
That
like
one
it just looked
Snapchat.
like some kind of bonfire near Burning Man or something.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It
like,
was-
and everyone's on LSD,
It was crazy.
Dude, but
and
like-
everything just keeps escalating,
literally,
and then...
literally escalating.
I know.
Nice, Derek. Fucking nice one. I bet you're fucking proud of yourself, aren't you, you little slut?
I am.
Uh,
And then, boom, black credits.
yeah, and it's kind of a weird way to end it,
That left me so tense.
but it wasn't that weird. It was cool. Like, the people in front of us were like, "What the fuck, bro?"
Oh, yeah. A lot of people in the theater, in front and back, kept laughing at different parts that weren't there weren't even like goofy bits, like the dad like kind of crying and praying,
Yeah,
and they're just like
Like
they're
when he-
laughing about it
when he like
just
puts like,
because you can't understand him through his old English and his crying.
yeah. Well, I mean, like, he puts like dirt in his mouth while he's talking about like how he is like, I am beneath you. I put my pride behind me. and he's like, I'll lick the salt off of your boot, like just like I am like the lowest, you know. He's like asking for just pity, anything,
and they're just laughing about it.
I guess because if you think about it, it's like that bearded guy just put like dirt in his mouth and he's crying about it
without any milk.
Yeah, what a weirdo. But then you're actually watching it, and it's like you said, it was probably just nervous laughter.
I hope so. The one review that I read on here before we started was like somebody said 90% of the people watching this movie won't understand it.
It's probably true.
Because it's above the average popcorn horror flick.
Yeah.
Like Ouija.
And you actually have to know a few words to understand what's going on. I mean, they're not complicated words. They're just Old English.
It's just that.
They're not just, yeah.
These are complicated scares. It's not jump scares and all this stuff.
They're not going to say, yo, homie, did you possess me and shit?
It's more about just the horror of what's going on. What kind of torment is going on these poor wicked souls.
Paul Wicked Souls.
And other pretentious stuff I could garble on. Yeah. But anyway.
I started singing while Roomie at work today.
I digest, Derek.
I Reader's Digest.
Do you want to rate this movie?
I do want to rate
we can
this
do
movie.
like afterthoughts or just shoot some shit outside of the school.
Yeah, I got a BB gun.
Okay. Alright, Derek, what do you rate this movie out of 10 motherfucking spooks?
I give it a wicked, unholy 9.
You give it a 9 out of 10?
I do.
Jesse's giving the face of...
It's so good.
We're going to see it, Jesse.
Yeah,
On Tuesday.
What? Well, no, not Tuesday. She works on Tuesday.
Oh, on some day you have off.
Why don't you believe that we'll see it?
because you never take me to movies you've already seen.
It's because I forget to.
I'll kick him in the ass if he doesn't take
But now
you.
that I'm saying that we're going to.
Hell
There's
yeah.
a difference
I'm gonna-
between me saying like, yeah, we'll go again, to me saying like, yes, let's pick a date.
But you have.
You bet.
You jinkies.
Gosh,
All right, fine, just don't believe me.
I could fill up.
But then
a
when
whole
I drag
show.
you to the movie theaters, you can't complain.
No.
I'm gonna hog tie her and put him in the back of like a horse. Just literally drag her to the movie theater. It'd be so
You know
great.
I would kick your ass if you tried.
You can't kick when you're hog tied.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, silly.
He learned from the Book of Cosby.
Jesus.
It was a house of Cosby's.
So anyway,
you
9
give it
spooks.
a 9. That's pretty crazy, Derek. It's pretty
No,
crazy.
it's not.
What a fucking.
It's only crazy if you haven't seen this movie.
Oh, and you'd be crazy. Well, that's what's. Oh man, that's a toughie. I'll talk about that in a sec. I just had a thought.
But yeah, everything in this movie was pretty much perfect for me in it.
Was it
Actually,
good
I
for
will
you?
give it a 9.5.
Whoa.
I'll escalate it because it's pretty much a damn near good movie.
Yeah, I like horror movies that are just like, not really like artsy, like fucking indie kind of artsy, but just like
It wasn't either.
they just kind of have a, like they actually really put some care into making it like good atmosphere.
And I was even kind of dubious about it when before coming to watch this movie.
What a big word.
I know.
What are you doing later?
Because like we said on the Pride and Prejudice and et cetera,
Mm-hmm.
I said this was going to be like the movie of the year in the articles that I read. It was like, The Witch is shaping up to be the horror film of the year. And I was like, I don't know, because It Follows was supposed to be that. And to me, I thought at least 3 other movies were better than it.
To me, did I put it on my personal number 1 though? I thought it was one of the best movies.
Your number 1 was The Gift.
Oh yeah, but that's because it's not really a horror movie; it's like a thriller. But to me, the It Follows is just so memorable. I don't know. That's what's
that tied
The
with.
only reason It Follows is memorable because you still feel weird after watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It leaves you with an after feeling.
I still do when I think about it.
Paranoia. Same thing as this movie.
Yeah.
You gave It Follows, Crimson Peak, and some other movie in 9
Yeah,
last year.
but that's all covered in our top 10 list.
Oh, Always Watching.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
So
This movie, dude, looking at the lineup for the movies that are coming out, though, this might be one of the top. This is gonna for sure be one of the top 5. I'm gonna call it right now.
oh yeah.
There's
The
no
next
way.
one is going to be The Other Side of the Door
Yeah,
in March.
And like, do we really
Fucking
think there's
A.
gonna be over 4 movies better than this that's gonna come out this year? Probably not.
From the list that we read off back in our Eaters episode,
Ew, God.
probably not.
Yeah, no, probably not. Anyway, Derek, would you like to hear my rating?
No.
Fuck off! Trying to do this.
I, Derek Brown, would like to hear your rating. Let me guess. It's better than 8.
Yes, it is, Derek. I give this movie a 9 out of 10.
Oh.
It would have been the same as yours, and we would have been blood brothers. But you had to give it another half point
I'm sorry.
for some weird reason. Why'd you give it a half point? Where'd the half come from? Was it like one scene or just in general feel?
Just in general.
Why not a 10?
Because...
What? Well, you didn't like it enough for it to be a 10? Do you have any doubts?
It's only because I didn't understand some bits of it. Like
And
the
that's
Silver
true.
Cup thing and then why they were banished.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't understand it completely all the way through. Otherwise, it would have been a perfect movie.
There's an ironic language barrier, isn't there?
Unlike Crimson Peak, where I understood everything in it up and down diagonally,
Yeah,
and I loved every bit of it.
but let's do some afterthoughts here. But then again, Crimson Peak was like set to be like the late 1800s. No, early 1900s. No,
Later than this movie,
was it early 1800s?
I don't know. They put a time at the beginning, I think.
I think it was like 1860 or something. Right?
It had record players in it.
Well, the gramophone's been around since like the early 1800s, like late 1700s, hasn't it?
Maybe.
I have no fucking
Well, I
idea.
regress.
I don't think it's been that long either.
Well,
Where the fuck?
didn't they have cars in it?
I don't know.
Did they have cars?
No.
No.
Well, I have it on
It was
DVD.
probably
I'll
late
have to rewatch it again.
It had to be. It had to be late 1800s.
Did they know about Lincoln?
Well, that was my first guess. Anyway. That's not the point, though.
How old is that movie? Was Lincoln the president, or was it just a car company?
Oh snap! Oh snap!
Your thoughts?
Yeah, what I was gonna say. What the fuck were we talking about?
Just in the top 10?
I don't know. You talked about like Crimson Peak, and then
Oh, because I completely understood that movie. This movie, it'd be a perfect movie if I knew those fundamentals. Like,
That's
why are they out in the woods or near the woods, and what did he sell the cup for?
yeah,
I'm just gonna have to watch it again.
yeah,
Dear me.
and like really make an effort for the dialogue. But that's what I was gonna say. Would I recommend this movie only to certain people?
Yes.
Because it's not like a in your face.
Yeah, it's not one of those movies. It's not a Ouija. It's not an Annabelle. It's not a Green Inferno.
But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone that like doesn't have, I don't know, someone that was like looking for, like you said, a Green Inferno type movie, just like a hack and slash kind of gory, like things are fucking scary.
Yeah.
This is more of like definitely a psychological one that you have to actually listen to the dialogue.
Or watch it with subtitles on.
I don't even think that'd help, because it'd be like reading Shakespeare and trying to watch stuff going on. You have to. That's where multitasking is gonna have to come in, Derek.
Oh, boy.
Yes, sir.
Multitasking, it's just come right back full circle.
And it's not that hard to understand. Even if you have no idea what they're saying, you can just kind of see it.
There's context.
Yeah, but still, I mean, and it's not even like I'm gonna take back what I said earlier about like you just need to know a few keywords. You really got to know how they put it together. Because
Yeah.
instead of saying like "come over here," they're just like "hither yonder."
Come hither.
Come hither, ye. I don't fucking know, man. It's not. It's more complicated than that. They say weird shit. They say some really weird stuff. No slang that you're not gonna understand, though. You know, it's just old English words.
Yeah.
They're not going to say something like, I don't know, like Jubilee or something. You go, what the fuck is that? And
They're not
unless
gonna
you were there, you don't know, Oh, you just had to be there.
Fucking 90s kids.
Oh, it's fucking ridiculous. And you wouldn't recommend it to your... Why wouldn't you recommend it to your siblings? For the same reason? Or...
Because they don't like that old-timey shit unless it has DiCaprio in it.
Oh, Jesus.
You know.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Like, I had pretty much that same dialogue with Desi. I was like, don't you want to see Crimson Peak? And she says, no, it's really old. I said, it just came out last year.
What the fuck?
And then she said, no, it's like really old, like horse and buggy and stuff. And I said,
that's fucking cool, though,
and I
man.
said, Titanic was like in the 20s. And
They
she's
said
like,
the
yeah, but that's
10s.
Titanic.
The 1912 was when the Titanic sank.
Whenever.
Yeah, whenever.
She
I
didn't-
give you an exact date, you motherfucker.
April. So
Oh, jeez.
so she doesn't know any better. And then she's like, yeah, but that's Titanic. So it's
Oh,
like one
yeah.
of those things like she'd have to watch it, decide she likes it, and then it doesn't matter. But I guess it's one of those things where it's like she wouldn't care anyway. But Alexis totally wants to watch it. And I'm guessing it's for Charlie Hunnam or Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, and what's eating Gilbert Grape?
See, I mentioned DiCaprio and it gets the girls on a
Yeah.
roll.
No, we weren't even talking about that.
What's
We
eating
talked
Gilbert
about
Grape?
How good of an actor he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I
Well,
can
that's-
hear it.
I don't know. He's a good actor. I
Yeah.
don't think he's attractive though.
Where's his fucking Oscar already?
Yeah, seriously. After The Revenant, I'm like, just give the poor man an award.
It's in like 2 weeks. The next movie in theaters
Oh, okay.
is The Other Side of the Door.
Oh, that's the one where that lady's in the stupid fucking Amazon. She opens a stupid fucking door that someone's stupid fucking
Again,
not to open.
that's one of those movies like The Forest. White people going around stumbling into other people's cultures.
Dude, that is so crazy. Well, who's going to direct this movie?
Johannes Roberts.
Hey, wait, what did he do? He did a recent one.
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Johannes? Yeah.
Storage 24, Roadkill. Oh my god. This is going to be bad.
Well, yeah, we knew that already. But it's going to be big budget bad, Derek. That's the difference.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
I don't want to.
What were we just talking about before we mentioned the next movie? I don't even fucking know, man.
Oh, just I wouldn't recommend it to anybody in my house because
yeah.
they don't like. Most of the people in my house don't like scary movies, or if they do, they don't like old timey shit either.
Yeah. I remember what I was going to say. I was going to say this one would be the worst. They would absolutely despise this movie.
Yeah.
Because not only is it like old timey, it's like fucking like before your grandma's old timey.
But they would walk in on the scene where it's like the mom's getting eaten right on the breast by a crow. That happens.
Of course they'd walk in on. That was the
And
that
then,
was
and then
fucking
from
weird.
then from that point on, then they'd sit down and watch it.
Maybe.
But they wouldn't start from the beginning.
That part was weird. I forgot about that, Derek. See, but like I don't know. Maybe that's a bad thing.
Oh, I did this before.
Okay.
That was the first time people laughed in the theater was the
That
crow
part.
bit. So that's one of those moments where I was like, that's just nervous laughter.
Well, it was a little absurd just how they hung on that scene.
So you want to hear when The Other Side of the Door comes out?
Yeah, tell us.
March 4th.
March 4th.
Like,
Okay, so
Break on through to the other side of the door.
oh my god, Derek, if that's not the fucking description in that for when we upload that episode.
Oh, that was pretty
What
good.
in the fuck are you guys doing? Alright, we'll see you next week, everyone.
Whether you like it or not.